Song number 2 right here on MSI. And this time around, we're going to hit up Tom first. Tom, your thoughts on song number 2? And by the way, everybody says that you're just a pink head and thumbs in the chat room. So I just want to let you know that, Tom. And I think Tom is thinking up a retort or still listening, one of the two.
I was still listening. What did you say, Rich?
I said you're just a big pink head and thumbs, according to what the chat room is telling us. So,
well,
what'd you think?
I'm a big head. I'm a very big head. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Instead of being Tommy, I'm a big head.
Now, I think somebody's going to take and make a song out of that, but before they do, let us know what you thought of number 2, Tom.
Well, I heard when it first started, I was like, okay, this is pretty interesting, and then it didn't go anywhere for me. I really, it sounds like they put together a very interesting beat, groove, but the vocal was too low. I really didn't like the melody that much, and it just didn't build. It's sort of like Irene, the hype was in the beginning, and I was really, like Ian says, I really wanted to like this song, but it started off at a gallop and then couldn't finish the race.
All right, well that makes sense, Tom. I appreciate your thoughts on that one. Bill, what do you think of number 2?
I liked it.
You liked it, okay?
Yeah, I kind of liked it a lot, actually. There's a couple of things. I wish the drums had been recorded better. There was a lack of tightness, for lack of a better term. It sounded like they were just mic'd in the room. They weren't actually close mic'd. I don't know that, but that's what it sounded like. And somebody in the chat room at one point said it needed a big distorted guitar coming in on the chorus, which I agree with. That would have helped to build. Tommy's got a good point. I liked it less by the end than I did at the beginning, but there was a kind of a cashmere kind of vibe to those strings that I really liked, and going into that kind of almost Sgt. Pepper's era Beatles affected vocal thing there in the middle was kind of cool. I actually really kind of liked it.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Bill. Ian, what do you think of this particular track? Everybody in the chat room says you're going to talk about the fade out.
All right, I promise I won't say anything about the fade out that I didn't like. Right, I liked this. I did like this track. I mean, this has got reminiscent of things like Days of the New and Alice in Chains, who are two bands that I like. So that worked for me. I agree with Tommy. The vocals could have been louder in the mix. And I felt the acoustic guitars were a touch too loud as well. The panning was nice. They were tight. They were just a bit too present all the time. And I actually liked the drum sound. I liked that boxy, been recorded in just a room without being close mic'd, because it kind of goes with the acoustic feel for me. I do agree the track could have built better as well. I mean, the lyrics were great. The arrangement was really fluid. It just flowed together so nicely. The vocal performance was strong. The Eastern feel of the strings was nice, but it just didn't quite reach its climax. But overall, I did really like it. I mean, I'd like to hear a really stripped down version of this as well, where it's sort of just concentrating on the acoustic guitars and the vocals.
All right. I appreciate that, Ian. Thank you so much on that one. Let me introduce it to you so everyone will know who it is. Let's see if I can find my graphics here. The name of the song is Colors. The group is called Magic Tales, is signed up on msi.icweekly.net. Magic Tales with Colors. We appreciate the fact they sent that in to us. I want to let you know about another partner of ours named Compose.com, Kompoz.com. It's a music site for collaborations. If you're looking for artists to collaborate with, you need a drummer, you need a bass player, you need a guitarist, or a singer perhaps. You can go there and find someone to fit the bill for your specific song. Compose.com, that's where you want to head out to. Now, gentlemen, we've got one more song to listen to, but before we do that, I've got a question on song number 2. Do you think a key change in there might have helped that out a little bit?
That's
I don't know about a key change.
I heard.
Yeah, I'm with Ian on that. It's a little 80s. It did need to build, and as long as we're talking again, Ian, I liked the sound of the drums at the beginning too. I thought it was a kind of a neat as an effect, but I expected to hear a great big guitar and then the drums tighten up about a third of the way through.
I think overall the drums were. I liked the sound of the liveness of the kit, but they were too small.
Yeah, that's the best term. I mean, I liked that kind of at the beginning. It had a kind of a vibe that was really cool, but I expected to hear a great big guitar, you know, and then the drum, you know, there at about the 1 minute mark.
You had said like a Kashmir touch. I expected, you know, it to come in, you know, with the heavy guitar, with the drums changing, you know, that would have really helped me like it. You know, for a second there, I thought you guys were listening to a different song.
Gentlemen, you now have the task. I say it every week. It's an unenviable task, but one that must be done. You need to select a song of the week. Fight it out, and let's see who wins.
Who wants to start?
Go ahead.
You strike first.
Go ahead. We'll let Bill start first.
Hands down, number 2 for me. I thought that number 1 had a kind of cheesy pop feel that I really didn't dig, and we've all talked to death about number 3. Number 3 is a really great example to me of the whole conundrum of modern recording technology and computers. Allows, on the good side, allows anyone with a couple grand and a computer to make a record, and on the bad side, allows anyone with a couple grand and a computer to make a record. So I'm going to say that there was much more creativity on number 2, which is what I dug about it. It had its, you know, it could use some extra production. It could use that big guitar, but it was definitely my favorite, hands down.
All right, Tommy?
Well, definitely not number 3. I think I've said enough about that. You know, I mean, there were equal amount of problems, I think, with 2 and 1. You know, just because the vocals were at a good level, and the production was stronger, and there was less wrong with it, I'm going to have to go with number 1.
All right, Ian, your thoughts?
I'm going to go with Bill. I think number 2 is overall the better song of the week. Quite simply, number 1 just didn't grab me. It just left me feeling a bit cold. I wanted to like it, I just couldn't. Number 2, a song that I really enjoyed listening to. Great groove, well recorded. Yeah, it needs some work, but so do the rest of them. And I think number 3, as we said, you know, we just talked about that. So number 2 it is for me.
All right, well, gentlemen, I appreciate your honesty and your thoughts on those tracks. Number 2 it is. Colors by Magic Tales is going to be the song of the week this week. Bill, we want to thank you for joining us again. Certainly hope you will come back and join us again in the future.
It's a blast. I do it anytime. Hey, before we go out, I want to make sure that, I don't know if it's appropriate to dedicate this appearance or whatever, but I want to say something that Nathaniel Bird, 51-year-old single dad of 2, was a spot operator who was killed in the stage collapse in Indiana, and his production brothers and sisters are just thinking good thoughts and hoping the best for his family.
as are we all. And, tragedies like that happen. We hate to see those kinds of things happen. And our thoughts are definitely with those who were there and were injured or possibly killed. So, great way to put it, Bill. I think so.
Worth mentioning.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, everyone, we'd like to thank you for joining us this week on MSI.
Yeah, about Rich.
Yes, Ian. He
we
always
need
does
we
this
need
to me.
we need to get Tom to sing a couple of lines from Bohemian Rhapsody. Come on.
Okay, all right. Let's see if we can get him to do it. Go ahead, Tom.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. That's it.
Okay.
Galileo.
If I could get up there, believe me, this head would be floating. And there'd be like 3 more or 4 more,
Somebody's going to do a remix, and they're going to put Tom's head in the video now. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I went for drama, on this, and I was actually I had everything powered down because of the hurricane, and just too
Thunderbolts and
damn
lightning. Very, very frightening.
Yeah, I'm just too damn lazy to power everything back up today. I'll do it on Monday when it's time to take care of everything.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We appreciate it, everyone. Thanks for joining us this week. We'll tune in, and we hope you will. Next week, we will have another great and exciting episode of MSI. We'll see you then. Thanks.